Imagine waking up tomorrow. No grocery stores, no kitchen, no refrigerator, no packaged food, just a forest. Would you survive? Could you tell which berries are poisonous? Could you eat raw roots without getting sick? Could you tear apart raw meat with your own teeth? Or would you starve, surrounded by food? Here's the disturbing part. Your ancestors could. For millions of years, humans were simply another animal. Every smell, every sound, every bite could mean life or death. Their bodies were perfectly synchronized with nature. Then everything changed. Not because we invented the wheel, not because we discovered agriculture, not even because we created language. It happened because someone controlled fire. And that single invention may have done something extraordinary. It didn't just cook food.
It rewired the future of humanity. It outsourced one of the most expensive jobs our bodies had ever performed, digestion. The flame began doing work our stomachs once did. The calories we fought to unlock were suddenly handed to us. Our guts shrank. Our brains exploded. Civilization was born. But every trade has a price. As our intelligence grew, did our instincts quietly disappear? Did the invention that made us human also disconnect us from nature forever? Today we're exploring one of evolution's greatest paradoxes. Did fire make us smarter by making us weaker? The world before fire. Imagine living nearly 2 million years ago. No cooking, no farming, no supermarkets. In this world, survival was a full-time job. You couldn't just stroll down an aisle for a snack. Instead, you were probably the snack. Every meal fought back. Roots were hard. Seeds were tough. Raw meat required enormous effort to chew. Even leaves demanded hours of grinding. Our ancestors spent nearly 5 to 6 hours every day simply chewing. That's more time than many people spend working. Their digestive systems were enormous, their jaws powerful, their teeth massive. Because digestion wasn't something that happened after eating. Ancient humans' digestion began with endless chewing and continued inside gigantic intestines. This was the reality of nearly every great ape. Chimpanzees still spend most of their day searching and chewing food. Nature imposed strict biological limits. The more energy spent digesting, the less energy remained for everything else, including the brain activities. And brains are expensive. Although our brain make up only about 2% of our body weight, they consume roughly 20% of our resting energy. Nature doesn't give away that kind of energy for free. So for millions of years, our intelligence remained trapped. Not by our skulls, but by our stomachs. The Great Digestive Trade. Then came one of evolution's greatest revolutions, fire. At first glance, it simply looks like heat. But for ancient humans biologically, fire became an external stomach. Cooking begins digestion before food even enters your mouth. Heat softens plant fibers, breaks apart connective tissues, denatures proteins, gelatinizes starch, kills parasites, destroys many harmful microbes. In other words, the flame performs work your digestive system would otherwise have to do. Scientists sometimes describe cooking as external digestion for ancient humans. Instead of your stomach spending hours breaking food apart, the fire already did it. The result? You absorb more calories, more nutrients, with less effort. Think about a raw potato. Humans can barely digest much of its starch. Cook it, and suddenly those calories become available. The same happens with meat, grains, and countless other foods. Fire didn't create more calories, it unlocked calories that were already trapped. Humanity had discovered an energy shortcut, and evolution noticed. Individuals with slightly smaller digestive systems needed less energy to maintain them. That surplus energy could support something far more valuable: a larger brain. Scientists call this idea the expensive tissue hypothesis. Instead of investing energy into gigantic guts, evolution began investing in neurons. The greatest digestive trade in history had begun. Trading guts for genius. Look at a modern human. Now compare us to other great apes. Our intestines are significantly smaller. Our teeth are smaller, our jaws weaker, our faces flatter. We are surprisingly bad at surviving on the same raw diet our relatives eat. Many anthropologists argue that humans simply couldn't maintain enough energy on an exclusively wild raw diet without cooking. We became dependent not on stronger bodies but on smarter technology. Our ancestors weren't evolving to survive nature directly anymore. They were evolving to survive through tools. And the biggest winner was the brain. Especially the prefrontal cortex. The region responsible for planning, decision-making, self-control, creativity, abstract thinking, language. The flame didn't merely cook dinner, it fueled imagination. It paid the enormous energy bill required for intelligence. The price? Our bodies became less capable without technology. Ironically, the smartest animal on Earth became one of the least physically equipped to survive alone. Chapter 4. The Death of the Primal Senses. But something even stranger happened. Fire became a biological filter. Before cooking, your senses were your survival system. Your nose detected decay. Your tongue detected toxins. Your stomach rejected dangerous food. One mistake and you died. Cooking changed that equation. Heat destroyed many pathogens, softened spoiled tissues, reduced parasites, neutralized certain natural toxins. Suddenly, our ancient senses no longer had to be perfect. Fire absorbed part of nature's danger. It became humanity's first safety technology. Instead of evolving ever sharper instincts, we evolved better problem solving, better memory, better cooperation. We slowly replaced instinct with intelligence. The wilderness no longer demanded immediate reactions. It rewarded planning instead. Nature's brutal exam had acquired a cheat code. That is our ancient humans' invention of fire. Chapter 5. The campfire that built civilization. But perhaps fire's greatest gift wasn't cooked food. It was time. Cooking dramatically reduced hours spent chewing. Those extra hours transformed humanity. When darkness arrived, other animals slept. Humans gathered around light. The campfire extended the day. Faces became visible. Stories were told. Knowledge could finally pass between generations. Instead of every individual learning everything through experience, wisdom could now be inherited through language. Around those flames, culture was born. Children learned myths, hunters shared strategies, families strengthened social bonds, trust expanded beyond immediate survival. The campfire became humanity's first classroom, its first theater, its first university, its first internet. Intelligence stopped existing inside individual brains. It became collective. Fire didn't simply cook food, it cooked civilization itself. Conclusion: the modern paradox. Today, we rarely build campfires, but we still live inside their legacy. Our brains evolved expecting cooked food, yet now, that food has become something evolution never anticipated. Ultra-processed and hyper-palatable, engineered to overwhelm ancient reward systems. The same brain that fire helped build now struggles against foods designed to hijack it. And it's not just food. We outsource memory to smartphones, navigation to GPS, hunting to delivery apps, problem-solving to artificial intelligence. Every generation pushes survival farther outside the body. The same journey that began with fire continues today. So perhaps the real question isn't whether fire killed our instincts. Maybe it transformed them. Instead of trusting sharper teeth, we trusted sharper ideas. Instead of evolving stronger muscles, we evolved stronger cultures. Instead of surviving through biology alone, we survived through technology. Fire didn't merely give humanity warmth. It became the first tool that allowed intelligence to replace instinct. And every invention since then has simply continued the bargain. The flame liberated us from nature's limits. But it also made us forever dependent on the tools we create. So the next time you light a stove, or cook your dinner, remember, you're not just preparing a meal. You're participating in an evolutionary revolution that began hundreds of thousands of years ago when our ancestors made one of the greatest trades in the history of life. Our ancestors traded instinct for intelligence, and humanity has never looked back. The fire that cooked our food may also have forged our minds. If you love this journey, please like, support, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.